Hello, my Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising friends. Sandra from ForYourShe.com. We're here today to do your monthly tarot and oracle card reading with the wheel and the 12 house spread for August of 2021. Welcome to it. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate all of you. We're going to get into your reading. I just have an announcement real quick first. I am switching the order in which I record these readings. So for August, I started with Leos because it's Leo season. It's their birthday. And then I will go on from there. However, next month, I'm going to start a competition. Whichever video had the most likes, that's the sign that I'm going to start out with. And the second most likes, I will record second, and so on. So hit that like button. And maybe Sages will win the September read first. First, you guys have a fabulous reading. There's a warning coming up with career and job, but I feel like you guys are going to get through it. But overall, this is a spectacular read. I'm excited for you guys in August. Positive movement forward. Your creativity and your creative juices are flowing, Sag. You might take a trip, a beach trip near the water or something like that, and it just gets those creative juices flowing even more. But if not, they're already going to be there for you, Sag. So you're going to be feeling good come the very 1st of August. And some of you have already heeded this advice, even if it wasn't from me. If you took it from a doctor or something like that, or a dietitian, this is not medical advice, that you are staying away from a certain food substance. And it's helping you. Now, for those of you that have not abstained from a food substance, but you have been thinking about, for example, maybe eating dairy upsets your stomach or something like that, and you're telling yourself, well, I'm going to try, a couple days without it or a week without it and see how I feel. So if that's for you, then this is your message. This is your confirmation. I love this card in the second house, recognition and reward. Second house rules your possessions and your finances. It says pat yourself back for a job well done. But this card in the second house really means that there's a little extra bonus money coming to Sagittarians in August. And a lot of times it is a surprise bonus, not a huge amount, but it's nice to have an electric bill paid or maybe a car payment paid this month, right? Ask for what you want. The universe the ground is fertile for you guys to manifest what you want here. And this is not the only card meaning that we pulled in this reading. So wait till you see what shows up in your 7th and 8th house. Super exciting. So we've already got good news in the 1st and 2nd houses. Now, the 3rd house rules your siblings, brother, sister, anyone you would consider brother, sister, shadow. This is the moon card. You may have a sibling who's feeling a little depressed, down in the dumps, possibly a Cancer zodiac sign, or they have Cancer somewhere significant in their chart, rising or moon, something like that. They may need to talk to you for the Sagittarius to cheer them up this month if you are close to them. Why are they down in the dumps? They have been avoiding their feelings and ignoring the truth of a certain situation. Perhaps it's a relationship where they've been just sweeping it under the rug and they've been people-pleasing, and it is time to rectify this issue. It's like I'm picturing the Judgment card right now. Like they're being called to the carpet. They are unhappy. It's time to fix what's wrong in their lives. 4th house, house of home. This is where you live. Sometimes your father can show up in the 4th house here. Sorry about that, Sag. Where were we? 4th house, awareness. Awareness says that you already know what to do, but you haven't done it yet with regard to your living space, your home, your property. This could be talking about making a major renovation, a change, moving furniture. It could be a physical move. Now, if it is a physical move, I'm hoping that you live in a warm climate because you do not want to be moving during winter. Although the cards indicate that there is something about this idea that you have that's going to take place in the wintertime. So this to me says like it's a longer term project because it's going to take some time. It's going to take some planning. It's going to take some effort, and it's probably going to take some money, even if there's some payoff in the end, which normally there is for Sagittarians. You Jupiterian, you. Okay, 5th house, memories of love. Okay, so this rules your dating life for those of you single Sagittarians. It also rules your social circle. Because this card came up in the 5th house, this is the 6 of Cups in traditional tarot, nostalgia. You reminiscent of times past. This could definitely be you thinking about a previous relationship, or a different time in an existing relationship. And there's something about autumn coming up here. So in the fall, you may run into this person. You may be getting your wish here with your memory of warm and fuzzy feeling type memories. They may come back to you in the physical form. You could be making new memories with this person in the fall. So that's exciting. Now, let's move on to work. Work and career really are the only sort of things to watch out for that I see here in the month of August for you. Conflict and defeat. The 6th house rules work and health. So this is a two-part message. For some of you, this is actually talking about where you work, which means walk away from arguments, do not engage. Someone is trying to push your buttons, and it is not a healthy argument. You will not get to the bottom of anything. It will screw things up for you more at work if you engage them. There also is a need to forgive someone here. So there is definitely an indication of a work tiff. Could be a supervisor, doesn't have to be. Could also be a coworker, of course. For those of you who are not working, but you have a health issue situation going on, I have seen this card in the 6th house, and this is not medical advice, but I have seen this in the 6th house mean that a doctor, and it's happening more often than not in my readings and what I hear from you all. There could be a situation where you've had a health problem and you've been going to a certain doctor and they've been trying and testing and they can't find anything, or they can't find what the real problem is, and they're just throwing things at it that aren't working. If the medical treatment is not working for you, it's time to get a second and a third opinion. And you definitely need to let this go if this professional can't figure it out, and find someone who can figure it out. And if that's you, then please get to work on this very quickly. You know, I always, if there's one thing that I can find, it's the the right professional to fix it. So keep looking, Sag. Second and sometimes third and fourth opinions, right? Here's the good news. 7th house, love begins. You pulled the biggest love card in your house of relationships this month. It's absolutely spectacular. This is the Ace of Cups in traditional tarot. It says that your cup overrunneth. And if that wasn't a good message for your 7th house of your love life, you actually pulled the love life card in your 7th house. So I've never seen anything like this in the 7th house, Sag. You've got it going on with relationship. Your relationship is green light, game on. You are into it. Your partner's into it. You're into each other. The bottom of this card says the basis of your question at this time involves your romantic life, which is now changing for the better. Now, more good news. We have fertility, which is the Empress card in traditional tarot, in your 8th house of what? Intimacy. What does this mean? you could be manifesting what you guys have been wanting and gals in the bedroom for a very long time. Now, if it is not talking about your bedroom relationship, which in that 7th house message, many of you, it will be talking about. And some of you could even meet someone new, for those of you single Sagittarius with these huge love cards in the 7th house. Are you kidding me? Back it up. 8th house also rules contracts, taxes, legal matters, and the source of your significant other's income if you have that. If you have a partner, your partner could be manifesting more money this month. Now, the manifestation does not mean receive. The manifestation is planting the seed for what he or she will receive in the future. So, they could be working towards a promotion, for example. If you work in contracts, this is also an excellent card to go for what you want, because you could end up next month or later on this year receiving more so if you put in more effort than what you would normally put in the month of August. You will be rewarded as a result of this. Now, this message is not for everyone. However, if you have a son whom you have been worrying about, this is a message that your son is protected at this time. The card depicts a young son. It doesn't necessarily have to be a young son if this boy has been on your mind, especially if you've been calling in the protection for him. Prayers, okay? If this is a female, it's a strong female. This is not a weak female type of energy. It's just to let you know that they're going to be okay. All right, 9th house. So this rules your travel. It also rules your school, for those of you that are enrolled in school or want to take a class. Mental conflict says that you are confused. You are indecisive. You're not sure which way to go. Perhaps you have had a trip planned or booked, and now you're getting the feeling like, are there going to be too many restrictions going on? Like, am I going to have fun? Am I going to have the freedom to do what I want here? Usually that sort of wafting and sitting on the fence is a sign, in this case, if it's talking about a vacation, that you need to switch plans, cancel plans, something like that, but definitely get to the bottom of that in August. If this is a message that's talking about you wanting to learn something new, taking a class, or enrolling in school, you have the new career card here. Now, this is I feel like it's a longer term message, right? This is not going to happen overnight. And you could be learning a new skill that you are going to add to your career now. Let's get to the 10th house, because the 10th house is related here. You have disruption, which is the falling tower in your house of career. For those of you that this is not talking about your career, this could be talking about your mother. Sometimes the mother shows up in the 10th house, and if that's the case, then she is about to have a rug-pulling moment from under her in the month of August, and you may need to be there to help her. However, for those of my Sagittarius where this is talking about career, where you just feel like the you know what has hit the fan, you've had enough, you're wanting to do something new, then here's your sign. We don't always get this message, and particularly with the Sagittarius, because I've been getting this message for quite a few months, and even in the yearly message with other signs, but not so much you guys. So this does feel major to me in August, like it's a turning point. Things are starting to shift here. You do have the marriage card here in the 10th house, and while this is sort of a rare message to receive in the 10th house, this could involve your mother's marriage. It could be coming to an end or completion or something like that, right? Also, this could be talking about being married to your job for those of you who are workaholics, or it could be talking about the amount of effort that's required to get this new career off, taking off. Now, especially if this new career involves you owning your own business, because that you will work harder than ever. God knows. If anyone knows, it's me. 11th house. So 11th house rules your children, son or daughter, or for those of you that don't have children, it's talking about your best friend. Now, the base chakra is someone who's going through the motions. They may be depressed, but they're not having any fun. So if you have a child, they could be down in the dumps in the month of August, or it's talking about your best friend. What do we have to do here? Well, we just have to wait, they're saying, because yes, a change of scenery would help, getting out of the house, getting out in the sunshine if you can get out there. But this, I'm really getting that this is a phase, and this is going to pass very quickly. So definitely I'm not saying don't do all the normal things that you would do to cheer someone up. If they need professional help, then by all means, please seek professional help immediately. However, the indication is that this is a transition period and things will be shifting and moving quickly. Okay, 12th house, hope. Okay, so what shows up in the 12th house is what's about to happen in 3 months from now, approximately. So look for this in the month of November. Hope says that you have the faith to get you through to the next step of what you want here. And so that's a very good place to be. I'm also getting to look up the dates where Jupiter goes back direct. I think it's in November. And you guys will be feeling better when Jupiter comes back online. Practice, practice, practice. I'm getting here in the 3-month period. Again, we're looking at November. So there's something that you need to practice here. It could be this new career thing that you're working on, and so you're practicing this new skill that you're learning with it. And it also could be that you are practicing how to manifest. So you're practicing your positive affirmations every day, or you're practicing meditating on your vision board or something like that. And for some of you, it's going to be both. And you definitely can't go wrong there, especially with the Sages. You guys have Jupiter as your lucky shining star. There is no other sign that is luckier than Sag. And the more Sag that you have in your chart, the more blessed you are this lifetime. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.